Hey everybody, and welcome to this video tutorial. Today, as a part of my Improve Our Code week here on Shuckruin's YouTube channel, we're going to be going through some different tips, tricks, tutorials on improving our code to be a little bit more compatible with other mods, as well as just cleaning up code in our mod is going to be a good thing. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be creating a new set of tools. Now you may be asking, why are we creating another set of tools? Well, we're going to create another set of tools just for the fact that I want to demonstrate using one class file for multiple different items, even though they may have different materials, they may have lots of different stuff. So we're just going to create some Ruby tools. Do we want to create Ruby tools, Sapphire tools, Emerald tools, or let's just call them Elite tool. So this is an Elite sword. Yes, Elite sword. Sword. And then we'll change it from here. So we got the axe, the pickaxe, the hoe, and the shovel. Hoe and the shovel. There we go. So we got these new tools. So from here, we're gonna move down here, and let's see. Okay, I'm just going through my code here. All right. So we got to define a new material, right? So we're just going to copy this redstone material, and so we'll say this is the redstone tool material, and this is our Elite tool material. I'm not going to change the settings on them. They're all going to stay the same for the time being, and we'll just call this Elite. And we'll put Elite here. You can customize those settings however you wish, but I'm not going to do that right now. So we're going to scroll down here. Alright, so let's create a tab stuff. Alright, so right here's our tools and stuff. So now we're going to rename this stuff here. So we're just going to go tool sword. So basically just remove redstone from all of our class declarations. And there we go. Bam. Alright, so we're just going to go through a few things here. So we're going to change, so that's just setting creative tab, the unlocalized name, which is fine, and this. Alright, so that's good. So we're just going to copy this. Not there. Okay. Here, there we go. So we're just going to change this to Elite. If I can spell that right, would be a good thing. Actually, I'm just going to copy that. And then I can just grab this. There we go. So we got this tool shovel, tool sword, all these different tools. And we just got to change IDs. So I got to find out what the latest ID we have is. I think it's 113, 119. Let's go like one. Let's go 150. Let's just go, yeah, let's start at 1050. So 1050, 1051, 1052, 1053, 1054. Now, one person made a comment, oh, why, these aren't good tutorials, you're using too low of IDs. Well, one, these are just tutorials, you can choose whatever IDs you wish, in most cases. So, don't have to get up on me about that. Anyway, so we got our material here. Place that, and then we're going to change this to just Elite Sword, Elite Axe, Elite Hoe, Elite Shovel, and Elite Pickaxe. Alright, so here we go. So we got that part done. Now, this is where the fun stuff comes in. We're going to be, so we're going to open up our, actually we're just going to right click on our tool, Redstone Axe, and we're going to go under Refractor, and we're going to click Rename, or Control, I think it's Control Shift, or Control Command R, or something like that, but you can just go under Refractor, and then click Rename, and we're just going to make them Tool Axe, Tool Hoe, and so on and so forth. Next, that's going to fix all the problems with their code, and fantastic. So it's going to modify everything in our code that references this file, and it's going to change the name of it as well, so that everything still works, and we're not breaking all of our code. And then same with Tool Hoe. Click Next. That's going to fix all their issues, and click Finish. Same thing with wrong one. Same with the pickaxe. So we're just going to go under Refractor and click Rename. Excuse me. Redstone Pickaxe. I'm going to try and hurry up with this a little bit more. Fantastic. Refractor. Rename. Why did it go on the under the same one? Okay. And rename. Fantastic. Alright. And next. And finish. Oh, because they move around, right? Alright, so now rename. This is the last one we gotta change. This is gonna be Tool Sword. Next. Finish. So we'll start with the sword here, since this is the one that we got first here. So we're gonna open this up. Now this is what we got so far. We're just going to delete this at site only. We are not going to need that anymore. All right. So this is gonna be kind of like a two-parter. We're gonna have code to do this stuff, to have our class files have one class file for all of our tools, as well as a new way of doing textures, a better way of doing textures actually. So within our tool sort file here, first thing we're going to do is within our class we're going to be creating a private variable. You can call this whatever you want, but I'm going to call it, it's going to be a string, so public static string, and I'm going to call mine texture name, and kind of see where this is going already. So since we are, as far as tools go, what defines how strong they are is the materials. But as far as texture, you're like, oh, how would I do texture? Well, we just got to pass that through in our constructor here. So we're going to be adding onto the end parameter here, string, and then we're going to give it a name. So I'm going to go par3 texture. All right, and now we got this. We got the tool material, which is this is all fine. That's working just great. So to set the texture, we need to do a few things. Actually, we got to go back here to finish something first. Okay, so it's got to find it over here. Right. Okay. So we go up to the top of our file here, and right within here, we're going to be creating another public static final. and this is going to be a string as well. This is going to be our mod ID, so we're just going to name it mod ID. Okay, and we're going to make it equal to, in this case, redstone underscore tutorial, just to keep it the exact same for now. And after you've done that, then we can come up to where our mod ID is up here. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to type in redstone main dot mod ID. Okay, so now that's going to set our mod ID to whatever this string is, because we are going to need this for in here. So yeah, jump back over to there. So we're going to go. We're going to create another string variable in here called mod ID, and we're going to make it equal to redstone main dot mod ID. Then on the next line, we're going to type this dot texture name. So this is going to this is our variable that we've created. All right, we're going to make it equal to mod ID plus space double quotes, and within those double quotes, just type your colon, and then outside of the double quotes, space plus sign space par3 texture. So this is basically going to set up a string that's going to be, so this is actually going to be equal to, so this dot texture name is equal to redstone redstone underscore tutorial colon par3 text colon 3 and then par3 texture, which is whatever we set the texture to be, which in this case is going to be elite sword. So that's basically what that's going to write, is this line right here. That's what we're doing there. And you could say, oh, I could just type that in, but if you want to have a dynamic class, you got to be able to pass the variable in through to make it, and just so you can, if you change your mod ID for your mod, then you can easily change it for everywhere. And yay, my show downloaded. Fantastic. So now we're going to go this dot set texture name, and we're going to make this equal to this. We're going to within the parameters, we're going to go this dot texture name. So that variable we just defined up here. So now that's basically going to set our texture. Bam, done. There's no at site only register icon or anything like that. It's just going to be simply this dot set texture name, and then you set the texture name, which is this right here. Okay, and then set your creative tab. That's already done, so we don't have to bother with that. So this is now pretty much a dynamic class for the most part. There's really nothing else to add in here for now. So we're just going to go here. We got to fix our code now. So we got to pass on that other. This is basically going to be the texture name. So here, let's just open up our redstone tutorial. Let's go 1.6.4 MCP source Minecraft assets. Redstone tutorial, textures, items, and then so our sort is okay. So we're just gonna go redstone underscore sword. Okay, and now we're just gonna we'll do that for this one here, and then we'll finish all the others. So this is just gonna be elite sword like that. Now these probably won't have textures in the game because I'm not going to bother making any for them, at least at the moment. but as you can see, it's pretty easy to customize this stuff. Now, as far like I said before, as far as how much damage your items do, look at this. Look at this here, and there's probably other things we could add into our class files that could also help with that. Let's say for the sword, let's open up item sword here. So let's see, hit entity. So right here, this line here. So this dot weapon damage sets our our damage for our thing. So what we could do here is we'll go in here. We'll go this dot. What did it say? Set damage, was it? Weapon damage. So this dot weapon damage. That might be a local variable. Yeah, so they've created that here. Set it here. Okay, so we'll create this. So we'll go back over here, right below there. This dot weapon damage. So this dot weapon damage, and we're going to make it equal to a variable that we're going to call par for damage. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab this other chunk that's on here. So basically what this part here is doing, this chunk right here, it's going into our tool material, and it's getting the damage versus entity that we've set in there, and then it's gonna multiply it by, I guess, whatever damage is here. So we're gonna set this parameter here. So par for damage, and it is going to be a float to keep in line with this here. So there we go. Fantastic. So now when we come over here, we're going to have more errors because we got to set the damage. So for a sword, it's usually 4. So we'll make 4 for this one here. 4.0. Is that not going to work? That's a double. Let's see. Actually, we could make this an int, couldn't we? And then we could set it to like actually a double would be better. Sorry about that. This is a last minute addition to the code. So we can go 4.0, and let's say for this one here, we're going to set this to, let's say 8.0. That's going to be a dramatic increase, and we'll test that out. And actually right now, we must test that out. Actually, no, we can't yet. So this, so it's not liking the double. Cast a float. Yep. There we go. How about that? So the reason why we have to cast a float, so it's basically saying, so this is actually, since we set this as a double, it's coming in here as a double. This is basically going to be like a double. So then we just got to cast it to as a float. It will be recognized as a float to this variable. Weapon damage, so it's compatible with what type it is. And I think it's not going to be it. So weapon damage, got to find out where that's used in the code, which is down here. Something to get item attribute modifiers. Attack damage, shared monster attribute attack damage, blah blah blah. Weapon damage. Fuck! I put a goddamn key in there again. Okay, so we're gonna find. So there's only that one there at the bottom. So we will. Let's get the map of the item attribute modifiers used by item sword to increase hit damage. Alright, so we're going to grab this function. Actually, no, ours should automatically grab that. So we should be okay. Let's give this a test. Now the texture on our redstone sword is also going to be not working at the moment, since we did not make our this thing back here, redstone tutorial. This should be technically should be set to our mod ID. So let's just go single player. Let's join into the game. I'm just going to change my audio actually to be my headphones. Alright, so I'm just going to turn off sound. There we go. So we're going to spawn some Ready Freddies in here. There we go. And now this is our redstone sword. So let's see how many it takes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it takes 12 hits to kill with that weapon. So we should be able to. Actually, we did not register those weapons. Yes, this is the elite sword here. We didn't do all that stuff, and we'll do that in the next tutorial. Actually, we're gonna have an improve in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get back here. 10, 11, 12. So it's not setting it at the moment, so that's probably why we need to put that line in, I'm guessing. So let's go do that right this minute. Why not? Right? Why not? So we're just going to go over into item sword here, down to the bottom. And we're going to grab this multi-map thing here. Copy that, put it into our tool sword. And now that should set the damage correctly. And let's see how this goes. And after this, so you get the idea how to do that. And then tomorrow, I will be putting up another tutorial on cleaning up our register and language, our game registry and language registry stuff. Because it's a little bit of a mess. Okay. So the audio is back up again. Turn it all down. So this is our redstone sword. 12 times. Let's go down to our elite sword here. I'm still taking just as many. I'll have to figure that out anyway. But you know, you can have different modifiers like that, and we'll also be doing other things with our swords and stuff. I mean, like maybe give the option for lightning and things like that, and just different modifiers. So you can have like like when something collides with something, it's going to do something. Well, I'll show you how to do that, and it's going to be great. That's going to be next week. That stuff's going to be next week. This week is just this week is just repairing, updating our code, being a little bit more efficient, and things like that. So what I've done for the sword, you can just copy that pretty much to all the different things. So that mapping thing isn't doing anything, and neither is this. We'll just get rid of that for now. We'll get rid of this double. Don't need it. I'll get back to you on that one. So yeah, this is going to be wrong. This is going to be wrong. Fix those. Fantastic. And yes, that's a good fix there. That's a good set of fixes anyway. So you can pretty much just copy this, change the constructors, and it's going to work. It's pretty much universal in that respect. You can pretty much just copy and paste this into all the different ones. I'll even do it right now. We'll do the axe. Copy, paste, change the name, save. It's done. Now all you gotta do is go back here and set this, which is our texture. So redstone, axe, and then down here, Elite X. Simple as that. See how easy that was to change? And then we'll just go and rename this folder here to whatever our mod ID is. So we'll go up to the top and we'll get that. So I'm just going to copy this, rename that. So it's going to break a lot of stuff, a lot of our textures, but that's fine because we're going to be going through and changing all that stuff and making it a lot better code and things like that. So next time, we're going to tackle cleaning up this section down here of all these language registries and game, all this stuff here. I keep doing that. We're going to clean up all of this. We're going to make this maybe half the lines. All this stuff. Probably not all, not the recipes or anything like that. At least not right now. We'll probably do something for the recipes too. Yeah, sure, why not? So we won't go down there. Spawn. Yeah, we'll get all of our items. So down to here. We'll get all of this here cleaned up. However many lines that is. We'll clean up all this code and make it a lot shorter. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video tutorial. Like I just said, that's what it's going to be. See you guys then.